Nice to see you today.
Hi, how are you, Dave?
Doing great.
Chantel, I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
Me too.
Sorry.
Hi, Bethanne. It's good to see you, though.
It's good to see you too.
At least with virtual networking, we're not going to get sick from each other.
That's right.
Exactly. I get to see you guys and not share my germs. Plus, I am in bed, so it's a beautiful thing.
Monica, did you know you're on mute? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm doing I'm multitasking.
All right. That's what it's all about. Well, I hope everybody had a safe trip in traffic getting here today. I was thinking the other day about sometimes when you sit in traffic and you're dealing with road rage from other people and you finally arrive at your networking event, not exactly in the best frame of mind to go smile and shake hands with people. So fortunately, we didn't have to deal with that today, did we?
I'm working at home today. I had a great commute.
Yeah, I agree with that.
How you doing? What's going on, Chantel?
Oh, I got this stupid cold that's
Oh,
trying to kill me. So
no.
I've chosen not to share that with the lovely office.
I'm sure they
people.
appreciate
Yeah, exactly.
it. Get well soon.
Thank you.
Well, Chantel, are you up to calling the meeting to order?
Sure. It's a little funky, so I'm running it from my phone today, partially because that's more convenient for my bed and partially because my laptop's being weird. So I can see 4 of you at a time. It's actually kind of an interesting experience to do this. So if anybody's on their cell phone and you know how you only get to see 4 people, if you swipe that way, you actually get a chance to see more blocks of 4 people, which is pretty darn cool.
Cool.
So learning new things all the time. But yeah, hi everybody. So welcome to virtual networking, where I can network being sick and everybody else is in their homes or offices and life is good. And I believe, let's see what else is going on. So of course, as always, we record these and put them on YouTube. So feel free to go ahead and in the chat put ad before anything you want featured in the YouTube video, and we'll make sure that that ends up in there, so that way you get to tell people a little bit more about how to reach you and what you're about. And then as always, let's have you chat in your name and where you're joining us from. Excuse me. All right. And let me check on the chat. Dave, do you want to run some of that chat stuff?
Yeah, I'll do that. I had completely lost my phone, so just found. Can't live without my phone.
No, that's not a good idea. Always a bad idea. All right. So I'm seeing some different people pop in from there, and let's go ahead and have some people introduce themselves. So here we go. All right, so it looks like Adam Kemper chimed in first. Adam, let's hear your 1-minute presentation about yourself.
Oh, okay. I guess typing quickly has its benefits. So I'm Adam with Employer Essentials. We do payroll, staffing, and HR. Our mascot here is Harris. He's the monkey on the back of the business owner.
Yay, the monkey.
And yeah, we like to
Love the monkey.
simplify it and say all of those things that help make a business owner not enjoy running their business and not enjoy the success of a growing business are the monkey on their back, and we get the monkey off their back.
Very nice, thank you.
Absolutely.
And then Destiny.
Hi, I'm Destiny Dehaven. I'm actually not going to do my 1 minute since I've got the presentation today, so I'll refer to the next person.
All right, that works. Monica, let's hear from you, darling.
Hi, I'm Monica Dressel, and I'm a content strategist and writing coach. So I help coaches and speakers articulate their message into profitable and convertible content. Mostly I work with coaches and speakers who are offline, but they want to start gaining an online presence.
No, it's one.
I help them with that. And yeah, you can find me at monicarice.com. I'm trying to think of anything else. I know Dave, he did not show up to my speech today.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Totally busted.
Oh. So Monica actually has another virtual networking that she does, and I was all excited to check that out. And I totally.
And I was speaking today.
Did they record it? Did they record them?
I recorded it.
Send it over. I totally want to see it.
Okay, remind me. I'm about to go out of town today.
You know, you could. Is it going to be posted like online? Oh, okay.
So I can send it. It's just like my presentation to the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who else we got
Thanks,
here?
Monica. Good calling, Dave, on that. We've also got John Kennedy from over in Santa Rosa.
Hey, everybody. John Kennedy from the West Coast over here in sunny California. Got a nice break in the weather today. It's been raining, flooding everywhere. Water pipe burst out in the parking lot, but we're doing okay. We're hanging in here. I represent Tech Assist 101, which is a premier IT group, or a premier IT group out here in Santa Rosa and greater Sonoma County and the Bay Area. We service well-to-do customers, small business, and we also have an in-house repair. And I'm also the heir to the former marketing company and is currently under construction, and just all encompassed, positive purveyors at SoCool.com.
Thanks a lot, John.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, and we've got Bethanne from Colorado Currency.
Hi, everybody. Bethanne Dressel from Colorado Currency. We have offices in Denver and Steamboat Springs, and today I'm freezing my tush off in Steamboat Springs. We are a barter group, and we were invited by our friends at AllPro who work with us currently, and I'm looking forward to being able to get to know all of you guys and see if barter would be appropriate for your businesses.
Quick question, Bethanne.
Yes.
We have some people from California, from Canada. Can you service people all over?
Absolutely. We work with people all over the country.
Okay, great.
Yep, she's good for that.
Who do we
All
have
right,
next?
and then we've got Stephanie.
Hey guys, this is Stephanie O'Brien from Brandon, Manitoba. I'm a marketing coach and copywriter. I help people who just don't have time or desire to do their own marketing to figure out what materials they need, and then I write the materials for them and let them know how to use them. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Suddenly people just descended upon the room where I was planning to have the meeting, so I had to move.
Yeah, looks like a different scenery today.
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
I'm glad I could be here.
Cool. So I didn't see a chime in, but let's go ahead and hear from Tim.
Hey, sorry, I had to take a phone call, so
Okay.
Really hearing both lines ringing and a couple customers waiting, so figured I'd take it real quick. But so I own Computer Doctors and Integrity Technologies, and so talk about Computer Doctors real quick first. We're a retail storefront here on the third busiest intersection in Fort Collins. So all we sell is business grade Apple products and our custom line. So what you get with us is high quality. We don't want to sell, the cheap, $200 computers that you get brand new at Walmart or other big box stores. That's not what we're about. We're about quality first. So and then with Integrity Technologies, we're a full IT firm. So not only do we take care of your managing your security and your networks, we also have our own data center here in town that we manage. We have a dedicated fiber line that comes in, and the nice thing about us providing cloud services is that you're using our infrastructure, our hardware, so you get guaranteed privacy. You're not selling your privacy to big companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon. And when we sell you a product, we're selling you a product that we manage. rather than reselling a product that we really don't know how it works. So if you have issues or you wonder how can we integrate these products, you're talking to the goose that lays the golden egg, or the geese that lay the golden eggs.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
That works. And then also Gina.
I'm Gina Woodman, also in California. So shout out to my Santa Rosa buddy out there. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day here too. And I'm an independent bookkeeper with about 45 clients at last count, although I'm in the process of pruning some who are just not a good fit. So definitely a time of change at the moment. About half of my client base is in-person, personal, QuickBooks desktop. The other half is on Xero, cloud-based accounting software, which allows me to work remotely with people all over the US and potentially the world. I have clients I've never met. So yeah, very excited about moving more people over to cloud-based so that I can move my business anywhere, preferably out of the crazy Bay Area at some point.
Gina, you might want to talk to Tim. He has a solution that's been helping for virtualization of accountants.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You guys
All
might
right.
want to exchange information and chat
Yeah,
later.
Tim, let's connect.
Very cool. All right, and then we also still haven't heard from Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Oops.
We can hear you, Don.
Oh, sorry about that. Did I do something wrong?
Well,
No,
one
we
thing,
want to hear from you.
go ahead and turn your camera sideways so you fill up the screen so we can see all of you. There you go. And
Okay.
Go ahead and give us your 60-second pitch.
Well, my name is Don Graham. I'm a Hague certified roof inspector and the inventor of the Easy Ladder Guardian, which is a safety tool that actually holds ladders in place and prevents people from falling off roofs. Because what goes up will come down. It's just that sometimes we want to make sure we're going to come down the correct and right way.
Awesome. Thanks, Don.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good thing to come down there. And then Dave, I didn't let you talk yet. Or have you talk?
Wasn't sure if you'd remember. Dave Kramer from AllPro Web Tools. I'm a serial small business owner, and I enjoy helping other small business owners to be successful. So if you're struggling with employees or technology or processes, policies, if you want to know the phone number to the IRS, if you want to give them a call and yell at them, I can get you that too. Dave Kramer, AllPro Web Tools.
Very useful friend to have there.
That's a CRA I need to yell at.
There you go.
Canadian taxes.
Awesome. So as we're all making very good use of it so far, I want to make sure we still encourage everybody to use the chat as much as possible. Of course, we want to be able to participate, get to see each other, get to know each other really well. So passing those leads, contact information, and as we've seen in other meetings, some joking around is always good in the chat. And then also, if you want to participate in the verbal conversation and we're kind of all talking back and forth, feel free to raise your hand, and that makes it so that whoever's talking can see you and can call on you. So that way we all get to share, but orderly. All right. So today we have an awesome presenter. We've got, well, we usually do, but today we've got Destiny, and she's gonna talk to us about what all she does.
Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Destiny, and I am super, super passionate about supporting small business owners in running their businesses successfully and easily. And I think that's a piece that some coaches forget about. I really enjoy helping them get out of their own way and create more time for them to spend at home with their families and with their friends, to really find out how they want to contribute to the world and make that contribution, and then also to enjoy the life that they were meant to live, not somebody else's life that's being designed by someone else. But so it's really important for me to I love working with business owners, especially entrepreneurs. Their minds are absolutely amazing and fascinating to me. And I get this kick and this big jolt from working with them. So I made a presentation, so I'm going to switch over and share my screen. Thanks, Dave, for showing me how to do it properly. And all right. Okay, so what the heck do I do? I actually get that question quite a bit. As a coach, there are so many different forms of coaching and so many different niches that explaining it can take a while. So I'm gonna tell you like what I do, but in order for me to do that, I need to go back a little bit and tell you more about me and growing up. So here's a few pictures of me. I grew up in Honolulu, Hawaii. My mom is Hawaiian and was born and raised there as well. My dad served in the Navy and he's originally from Connecticut. I have 2 younger brothers. You can see us hanging out on the little surfboard picture. And for the most part, you know, had a really awesome childhood. And I asked my mom to send me these pictures specifically for this presentation so I could share it with you all. But did any of you notice how I was smiling in all of those pictures? Like every single one of them, I was smiling. That's pretty customary when you take pictures of your kids and stuff. You don't want to take pictures of them being pissed off or angry. However, a good chunk of my childhood and even into my adulthood, I was just really angry. I was an angry kid. My brothers were angry kids. And the older I got, the more I was looking around, I realized my family was just angry a lot. And it didn't dawn on me until I reached college that not everybody was like that. I went to the University of Hawaii and there were people from the mainland or continental United States. And they did not react the same way we reacted. So it kind of got me thinking, like, were we weird? Were we different? What does that look like? So I started wondering why, hang on one second, sorry. Why my family looked like this and other people's families looked like that. So in college, I started kind of breaking things down a little bit. And I got to the point of realizing that there was an event that took place and then some sort of a reaction. But then it dawned on me even more that not everybody had the exact same reaction. So there had to be more to it than that. So what I decided to do was just look at the event itself. And I began realizing there's 3 parts to an event. One is an action takes place, meaning that somebody does something or says something or we see something happening. Or it could actually be somebody choosing out of doing something. So if you ever ask your kids or your significant other to do the dishes and then they didn't, that's still an action that's taking place because they're choosing to do something else. Then there's a meaning or a story that we apply to said action. And then there's some sort of a trigger that takes place. So this can work in 2 different ways. One of the ways is you can have a positive story come from an action. So let's say it's your birthday and you get this really amazing gift. It's what you've always wanted. The meaning that you can apply to it is, oh, this person loves me. Oh, I'm supported. Oh, they got me what I wanted. You know, I'm excited. And so that story basically activates a happy trigger. So you could jump up and down, you could scream, you could be like, yeah, I got this. It's exactly what I wanted. Well, the flip side to that and the other side to that coin is it can also happen in the negative. So let's say somebody got you this really crap present that you really didn't want. Like I wanted a beeper for so long, a pager. Okay, yeah, I'm dating myself, I know. I wanted a pager. I asked for it like my entire sophomore year in high school. And my mom and dad said they were going to get it for me. They got me the little fake bubblegum pager that had like sticks of bubblegum in it. And I was like, what is this? So the meaning I put to that was they didn't understand me. They hated me. They weren't listening to me. They didn't really love me because if they did, they would have gotten me a pager, right? So that triggered a negative response. And so it was starting for me to look more like this. So an event happens with the action, a meaning of a story, the trigger, and then a reaction. And it occurred to me that the meaning that we placed upon the action is what determines the trigger. So then I started wondering, well, that's great, but how can we change my reaction? So if my reaction was always angry or upset or distrust, for example, how can I start making the necessary changes in that? So I needed to rule some of these pieces out. I ruled out the action part because I couldn't control what somebody else did. You know, yeah, I get cut off on the road all the time when going to those other networking events. And I can't control or stop somebody from cutting me off. I also realized I couldn't really control the trigger if the trigger was based off of the story. So it led me to believe that the story that we apply and the meaning that we apply really is everything. And I'm going to say I was in my late 20s, early 30s when that hit me, and I started really digging into what that process could look like. So how do we know when the story is running? And most importantly, if it's going to be a positive or a negative one? So in order to do that, I wanted to break down the term story a little bit and show you exactly what the story affects. So our stories influence our thoughts, which impact our feelings, and then it impresses upon our behaviors and ultimately turns into our results. So the best way for me to show you how to do this, and a great metaphor to keep in your mind, is by using a tree. So the result is what we would see up at the top in the leaves part. The behaviors and the actions and even words, because words fall into that category, are the bark that support these leaves. And then there are feelings, and feelings are usually right above the surface. So you can still tell what a person is feeling, and they're able to tell you very quickly what they're feeling. But it's also something that you can see. Like, you can tell when somebody's happy because they're smiling. There's usually some sort of a way that you know this. So that's why it's just above the surface of the tree. What tends to happen is we can't see their thoughts because it's internal, so it's underground. And then below the thoughts is the story. So that's a great way and a good picture for you to remember how these pieces all work together. But what I wanted to do is actually show you how this played out for one of my clients. And I worked with her about 6 months ago.
Destiny, you got
Yes.
2 minutes left.
Okay, cool. So what wound up happening is she came to me with no money, unhappy home life, and no new connection. She was a financial planner with no money, which just shocked me. She was not making any phone calls or following up with people. She wasn't attending any networking events, and she just felt really sad, angry, and misunderstood. She thought she was a bad mom. She wasn't cut out for being a financial planner, and she didn't think she could keep going on like that. Turns out her story was that she didn't deserve any of it. She didn't deserve to be a good mother. She didn't deserve to be happy. She didn't deserve to have money. She didn't deserve to be successful. So what I did is I gave her an opportunity to rewrite her story. And that's what I do for business owners. I find out what that deep-rooted story is, and I allow them to rewrite it. And it's their own story, so they have complete control over it. And so now her tree looks like this. She's got a happy home life. She just closed a deal for $750,000 recently. I mean, it's amazing.
Wow.
She follows up on her phone calls. She delegates. She's happy again. Like, seeing that smile on her face is amazing. She now thinks that she's a badass and that she rocks. And she loves herself, and she knows that she deserves it. So it's been huge. What I'm going to do is show you a way that you can do this too. I created a freebie, which I'll put up. It's a little document. I'm not going to go through it right now, but I'm going to put it into the Facebook group so that you guys can have it. But if you know of anybody that says any of these things, or you hear yourself saying it, I would love to chat with you and talk to you and find out what story might actually be causing these things to be said, and then get you all squared away and set up to have your own $750,000 plan. So thanks again, Coach Destiny here. And I don't know, do we have time for questions and answers, Dave, or no?
Maybe one question. Does anybody have one question? Well, Destiny, I thought that was a great presentation.
Thanks.
And the fact that you're helping people is just so powerful. So thank you for doing that. We appreciate it.
You.
And we're gonna go ahead and take our group photo right now. So if you guys are ready to smile for the camera, 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. All right. What do we got next, Chantel?
Well, next we get to listen to you talk.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Next we have our Mastermind Group and group conversation. So not just Dave talking, but he usually hosts it for us. And I don't know if you were going to use the subject that came up possibly on Facebook, or if you had something else going on. So
I couldn't find a subject.
You do that.
I couldn't find a subject. So what I was going to do is actually lead a group conversation. And I think
okay.
start by reading a little something to you.
Hey, Lyle.
Microsoft actually did a study.
That's the new one that came in.
And they recently found out that the human brain is now limited in concentration to just 8 seconds. Does anybody know what the attention span of a goldfish is?
Oh, is it 3?
3.
I thought it was like 9.
Monica got it right. It's 9.
Wait, we have a lower attention span than a goldfish?
That's sad.
Dude.
Not surprising, but sad.
Many distractions.
You're right, John. What they found is that since the year 2000, when the mobile revolution began, the average attention span dropped from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. Heavy multi-screeners find it difficult to filter out irrelevant stimuli. They're more easily distracted by multiple streams of media. And the question to the group is, as small business owners, are you encountering this problem with your marketing message? Are you encountering this problem when you're at a networking event and you're speaking and you look out and you see everybody on their cell phones? Or are you having a problem with this, with cutting through the noise on Facebook with your advertising? Is anybody having a struggle with this? Or has anyone overcome this?
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hold on.
I try to lead by example. I have a 7-year-old. He just enrolled in karate, and there's a lot of respect that they teach really early. And my whole deal with that is it's understandable if you need to look at your phone, but there's a number of situations where people, like movie theaters, they tell you to turn them off, right? And so to me, it's gotten to the extent of it's just flat out rude, right? Okay. It's disrespectful to shove your face in the phone and keep it there, as opposed to, hey, the moves I should be making is to get that over with, swipe, and turn off. Yep. You know, in other words, non-interrupt. And my best friend is that down button, you know what I mean? The down volume button, you know, until it comes into the no interruptions. Yep. And it's critical. And again, I'm hoping to lead by example. I want people to make this conscious choice that, you know, this is what's going on, and anytime you see it, you don't like it, so do unto others. That's the first lesson we teach our kids, right? It's the most pivotal lesson of any of them, you know?
Back in '94, when I got my first cell phone, I made it a point that when it rang when I was in a group of people, that I would ask if it was okay if I took that call.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had a rule that I would never answer a call while I was trying to hand money to a cashier. How many times do we see that? Adam, you have a comment?
Yeah, you know, there's an interesting effect that I've been dealing with. It's sort of, you know, it ties to all of this because it's that short attention span. I'm a solution sales professional. I provide an outlook into what it would feel like when somebody fixes their problems. And sometimes the step between seeing the solution and implementing the solution is where that ADD, that lack of attention span, also comes up, and it becomes herding cats. They've said yes, they've signed the contract, but they still have to do things for you to implement. And that ADD in that area is,
patience.
Right.
Would you please approve the email I wrote for you already? Please, it's been months. And also pay me.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the first things I help my clients with is understanding you don't have all the time in the world to explain yourself to your clients. Your clients are, for the most part, if they're a new lead, they don't care about you, they don't care about your business, they don't care about your product. You need to go straight to telling them why they should care. If you blather on about your business, the parts of it they don't care about for the first half a minute of your video presentation, you've lost them.
Yeah.
Talk about the stuff they care about, not the stuff you care about.
Right, and consequences, until they're on them. Like with us, it's if you don't get started, you say yes, we still have to pay your taxes. If you don't give me your tax information, I can't actually pay your taxes.
Chantel, do you have a comment?
Yeah, I had a comment at different events I go to. It's kind of interesting how people get that 8-second or that, you got to grab somebody's attention in 30 seconds. So they do something exciting to begin with, and you're like, oh, that might be an interesting person. But then they go on and on and on, and it's good to remember when you're having a conversation with somebody that it's not just the initial attention getter. They still will lose track and stop paying attention to you about every 8 seconds. So you have to stay interesting and keep it short.
And actually ask them questions. Yeah, I've had people go on and on and on and on without including me in the conversation. And they don't even realize they've lost me because they haven't bothered to include me in the conversation.
That is exactly it. And that's what I wanted to bring this discussion to, is kind of the strategy I've come up with. If you think about the 8 seconds, see what I just did there? I spoke for a little bit and then I paused right at the peak, right? So if you've studied showmanship, always leave on a high note, and asking questions also. So try to break up the conversation into just chunks with questions and pregnant pauses where you're starting to tell them and then you finish what you were going to say. And it's amazing how just that little pause can get their attention, because they're used to noise, right? We're used to all kinds of activity. So if somebody's talking in your face and talking and talking and talking, you actually kind of zone out. So if you can talk a little bit and then stop, it forces them to go, wait a minute, what just happened there? Should I be paying attention to this? Any other comments? Any other thoughts?
I just want to introduce my associate here. He's been helping me with the Ford here.
Hey, everybody.
Rosa.
Hello.
He stated that it's common sense.
Yeah, we think that that's common sense, behavior, but, we've developed a lot of habits of, wanting to get our point across so much that we don't, take the time to pause, listen, and do what, everybody would think was common sense. And I think it's a definitely two-way street, and there's a lot to be had there.
Is that my buddy Ross Chandler? I haven't seen you in 10 years, brother.
How are you?
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
There you
Exciting.
go. We're still over here kicking, man.
I know. That's awesome to see that.
You're missed.
I appreciate it.
Bringing you back into the fold.
Yeah. Chantel, you're on mute. I'm going to unmute you here. Okay. What were you saying?
It's just doing a smart ass remark.
Oh, okay. We'll put you back on mute. Okay? We'll mute you. All right. So that was kind of my my thoughts about trying to engage with people, including in your marketing messages and your Facebook posts, is to really create that intrigue. I'm hoping that that'll help you in your business. Tim.
Hey, do we have any ideas? Have you guys found any methods that work well for making your own attention span greater? Because I feel, I always thought I had the attention span of Goldfish. Apparently I don't even have the attention span of Goldfish. So have you guys found any ways to help you concentrate? I know that can be a big deal for me. I like to multitask. I have multiple monitors, and I like to do everything at once for maximum efficiency. But then I'm like, what was I even doing like 2 seconds ago?
As weird as it sounds, Lumosity brain games. I do stuff like that, and it actually, it's helpful.
I saw Coach Destiny raise her hand, and then we'll have Stephanie after that.
Yeah, so a couple of tricks that work for me is I don't have my phone in my office. So I have to force myself to walk away to look for it or look at it. And I don't have like Facebook notification on my actual phone. Like I'll have to log in, because that was, I knew for me that was a huge time waster. And then I also use Post-it notes. I was just going to look for one for you, but I've got a ton of them. So I put the top 3 things that I need to take care of on a Post-it note for my day. And I like train myself to do those 3 things first. And those are the big things that I need to do. So then everything else, I'm like, yeah, I get to it, great. But these are the things that I have to do. So once those 3 are done, I tear up, rip up, throw away the Post-it, toss it. And then I'm free to be a little more distracted, but not, terribly. So those are some tricks for me.
Awesome. Thank you. Stephanie.
A couple things I do. For one thing, if I have something that I need to concentrate on for a long time, like a large project I need to write, I'm getting a lot of echo. Anyway, I get something like, those compilations on YouTube, an hour of so-and-so music. That just helps to make the task more pleasant, helps me to concentrate on it for longer, because then I can listen to some nice music while I do it. I also close any tabs that might be nagging for my attention. If I'm not working on the tab, I either move it to a new window and make it a window that has only the task I'm working on, or just close the tab altogether if I can do so without it losing a bunch of data.
Yeah, I found both those things very helpful. Putting on a mix that's the same, rather than like switching up from this kind of music to this artist to this to that, to constantly changing. That absolutely helps a lot. And one thing I've found that works like you're saying is I put all my social media and all my crap, my distractors, in one window of tabs, and then I just minimize it, and it's just out of the way. And then so I have my real work on my windows and tabs that like need to be open, and then I try to minimize the rest of it.
That's a really good suggestion, Tim. Thanks. Any last thoughts? We're just about out of time.
Just a question for everybody here, and it's an ongoing conversation, but I've got a number of, over the years, a lot of, loyal clients that ask us to cover bases that we wouldn't ordinarily cover. For example, our presenter today, our business coach, and we're interested in, potentially, referring some of this business, and also, building relationships with you guys and kind of acting as a middle ground for our clients. And really getting, enticed by the, networking aspect of, the way Dave's has organized this, great social, business network. We're all working from home, but we all also have opportunities to work abroad. And so my question to you guys is, do any of you guys, by a show of hands, have a referral program in place where you would be willing to barter some of your services with us potentially, or share in some of the proceeds? So that we can help work with our clients and better integrate you guys into their program. And my only, request is that perhaps you could email some of that information to us, or chat it, or Facebook it, what have you. Get in contact with us, perhaps a one-to-one, so that I can get an idea and a better sense as to what, of course, you do and how you like to work with us and our clients who have already established trust with us.
That's a really good point, John. Yeah, and that was the whole purpose of this networking event. And we're really trying to from far out. It's not all just Colorado-based companies. So this is really an opportunity to tap into this entire customer list that John has out in California. John, you've been doing this as long as I've known you, 20 years? He's got a customer list for 20 years of people in California who do trust his recommendations. So definitely would recommend try to get some one-on-ones set up. And just because he's in California doesn't mean you have to get in a car and drive out there. We have the technology. We can do this. So you guys can set up a screen share with him, schedule a time, go ahead and throw something in chat, and let John know that you'd like to talk to him. So that's it for our that is it for our mastermind. So we'll turn it back over to Chantel. And I'll take you off of mute. There, you may speak now.
Thank you, Lord Dave. So yeah, I've seen some people go ahead and put their ads in the chat, so feel free to make sure you do that if you'd like it within the next 5 or so minutes, so that way that it gets out there. We do reserve our last 5 minutes for announcements. So does anybody in the group have an announcement? And I can't quite see everybody, so if Dave can
I got you.
let me know if any hands are up.
Go ahead, Destiny.
A big part of what I do is working with clients that like to give back. Usually it's to a charity or to some sort of a cause they believe in. I have a client who wants to give, well, basically free money to you or your friends. He's willing to pay 50% of the cost to coach with me for 9 people. And so he's setting it up like a scholarship. So if you're interested, shoot me an email. I'm just taking that list and providing it to him so he knows that there's interest. And when he's got the scholarship and what that all looks like figured out, we'll be sending out more information.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Any other announcements? All right. Chantel, did we have any? Don. Go ahead, Don.
Hey, yeah, I was just going to mention our event coming up in June 9, 10, 11 here in Colorado. It'd be a great opportunity for everybody to come out here and go to the Royal Gorge with us. We're going to go zip lining and have a day of activities out there, including barbecue and just a good weekend getaway and build a camaraderie and a team building experience with other business-like people. Can't hear you.
That is so cool.
And Don, how high off the ground will we be zip lining?
Oh, that's 1,122 feet over the Arkansas River up to 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. All right. And Don, do you want to, can we say hi to the other people in the office there with you?
Sure. Yeah. Kelly's on the phone. I've been over here at Kelly working on the brochure, but yeah.
He's running away. Go get him.
He's running away. And of course, Lilia's over here feeding her face. She's running away too.
She's running away too.
You know, I have this. And he's got an intern that just started here, but the intern's gone too. So I mean, it is what it is.
Awesome. Thanks, Don.
All right, you bet.
And Amanda, would you like to say hi?
Hi.
Are you driving or are you passenger today?
I am sitting on the side of the road trying to get internet access, so I'm excited that I could get on.
Well, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it. You want to tell us about your business?
Sure. I am the part owner of Peaceful Valley Resort, and we do weddings and conferences there and overnights for guests that want to be a part of getting away in the mountains and unplugging.
And for anybody that wants to see, she's got absolutely beautiful pictures that she posted to our Facebook group.
Yeah. And if anybody needs to schedule time with each other afterwards, the Facebook group is a good place to get in contact with everybody. So just make sure you're part of that group so people can find you.
So what is the group? What's the group called?
We'll send you an invite, Monica.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else that needs to get into that? Okay, Bethanne. So I have Monica and Bethanne. Anybody else? And Dawn. All right.
And Dawn, yeah.
Anyone else? All right. Great.
Don't forget about me like you did this morning.
You might have to send me another reminder.
You don't look that old, Dave.
Oh, boy. You have no idea.
You just asked that old.
Well, that is 45 minutes of networking. We're small business owners. We're busy. We have things to do. So we try to do it quickly. And as always, have a safe commute back to your desk. And don't forget to tip your waitress. And we'll go ahead and leave the event open if anybody wants to chit-chat afterwards. But that's the end of the official networking.
Yep.
Get better, Chantel.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
hope you're doing better soon.
Guys.
I better take my leave, so have a great week, everyone. Look forward
Thanks
to
for
talking to you
joining,
again.
Stephanie. It was great seeing you.
Awesome.
Good space.
Looking forward to
I
working.
left a link to some music in the chat to found these artists who have a lot of really good hour-long albums, so plenty of material to help you concentrate.
All right.
And they're instrumental,
There you go.
so no words to distract you.
Thanks, everybody. Chantel, feel better.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
Chantel, get some rest. Feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you for appearing.
See you, Destiny.
Yes, thanks for having me from hanging out in my bedroom.
Beautiful thing.
Are those shower curtains? What are those, Chantel?
What?
Are those shower curtains back there? What are they?
Looks like a movie theater.
No, they're my window curtains. So
Get your
actually,
popcorn ready.
Yeah, but start feeling better.
Bye, Monica.
Thanks, Monica.
Bye, Dave. See ya.
Oh my goodness, I love the whole chalkboard behind you.
Oh, thank you.
Still there?
I noticed that. Very cool.
Thank you. It has all my goals, intentions, and
Awesome
stuff. And I got other stuff right here to remind me how much money I want to make.
You should make that part. There you go. You should make that part of your presentation.
There you go.
When your day comes.
When my day comes.
Zoom in.
Well, y'all take care. See y'all later.
All right. See ya.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and I'll be in touch, John. I want to schedule some time with you.
Sounds good, Adam. I appreciate it. And let's talk about all the possibilities, in terms of client relationships, because we like to stay in the loop when we plan on that.
Absolutely. My approach to most businesses is just to ask what's not working right. And if I can't be the solution provider, at least I can refer them to somebody who is, and then I'm still useful.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't lose them so quick.
Yeah.
That's
Make
what
myself useful.
all
and
web tools is all about. Retainment.